Can you explain what's happening now with the Penske team? There was a press conference today about it. What's the news right now?
Well, so on Sunday, two of the Penske cars were found to modify a part that they're not allowed to modify. So two-time defending champion Josef Newgarden and Will Power will now start at the back of the field instead of starting 11th and 12th. Since then, Team Penske owner Roger Penske, who also owns the series and owns the racetrack. So you can imagine this is all gets very complicated when it comes to ethics and integrity. He has fired his entire leadership team of his IndyCar program, partly because of this and partly because of another rules violation a year ago that was probably be considered even more egregious.
Can I ask you, this might sound like a dumb question, but like they knew the car was going to be inspected, right? Like they knew that this was going to be eventually found, or this was a part that doesn't get inspected often. Like they thought they could get by. Like why would you do this if you know you're going to get caught?
That's a great question. We were updated today. This is a piece that's mainly a safety piece, and they don't have a ton of time when they go through inspection. They're trying to get all the cars through, and a lot of times they're looking at more competition-related pieces that could be altered to make you go faster. And IndyCar doesn't consider this piece one of those. So why did they find it Sunday? They really couldn't tell us. And why did they do it? Well, Tim Cindric, the team president, one of the guys who no longer has a job, he told us, sometimes you fill this area to make it look sleek. It made it look a little bit more flat. And so then the question is, do you make it more sleek because you want it to look good? Because if you're racing, you want your cars to look good. But sometimes sleek can also mean a little faster as well.
Of course. I like to be a little sleek as well. It doesn't make it any faster, but I can certainly understand that. All right, so Newgarden is looking to three-peat. We asked the DK director of sports ops hypothetical odds before the 2023 Indy 500 for a three-peat would have been basically 400 to 1 plus 40,000 for a three-peat. Now starting, as you mentioned, at the back of the pack. Can he get it done starting where he is?
He can. And let's face it, nobody has three-peated ever. This is the 109th running of this race, and nobody has ever three-peated. So that's why your odds, I imagine, are not very good to do it. His biggest challenge is that not only was the leadership team released from their duties, but the entire leadership team also works race day as a strategist for their cars. So Tim Cindric, who is the strategist or was the strategist for Josef Newgarden, won't be here. Now, last year he wasn't here as well as part of the fallout from the previous year's issues, but still, it's kind of like you're going into your race with your assistant coach or bench coach rather than the person that you normally go in there with. And that can be a big challenge for him. As far as getting to the front from 33rd, he's got 200 laps to do it. He'll be able to do it. The challenge from being 33rd is not getting by all the cars and making passes. It's getting caught up in somebody else's mess, right? It's somebody else spins. You have much better chance of somebody spinning out in front of you and you hitting them if you're behind everybody instead of being in front of everybody.
That makes a lot of sense. So he's not the favorite. Out of the favorites to win, and we will get to your win play show, by the way, at the end of this. So we'll give you guys a full card for Bob this weekend. Out of the favorites to win, which is sort of your favorite to go with?
Oh, it's tough because if Newgarden was starting near the front, you'd probably say he could be a favorite, even if the odds say winning 3 in a row, likely not going to happen. Yeah. Partly favorite from the heart is going to be Pato O'Ward because he's finished second twice in the last 3 years, a ton of heartbreak. He's been fast. He's starting on the front row, starting third. I would say he would probably be the favorite. And then I think you look at a driver like Scott McLaughlin, who was on the pole last year, crashed his car here this past weekend, but is going to be fast. You have Kyle Kirkwood, who's been fast here all weekend, even though he doesn't have a great starting spot. You have Takuma Sato, who's on on the front row. He has 2 past wins, but he only runs this race. He doesn't run throughout the year, but still, when you've won it twice, I know you
Yeah.
can think that you can probably win it again. And then I would say you would also look at a driver potentially such as Colton Herta, who has a lot of experience here, has been okay during the month of May, but I think he'll bring it on race day.
Again, we'll get to Bob's full card, the win play show here at the end. So if you're looking for all the picks, we'll have in just a few minutes here. We talked about this last year. I remember with you, Kyle Larson is trying to do the double dip, trying to do the Indy 500, and then come here to Charlotte for the Coke 600. Wasn't able to do it last year because of weather. What are the chances he just kind of just at the base level can pull this off? Just making both races before we talk about if he can win any of the races.
I mean, I think he's got a really good chance. I mean, if the weather doesn't affect him, he'll be at both races, and he tries to eat maybe a little bit healthier, tries to maybe be in a little bit better shape, but he races all the time. It's not rare for him, especially during the summer, to race 4 or 5 times during a week, jump in a sprint car somewhere. Now, granted, it's not 1,100 miles in one day, but he's in good shape, and he'll be able to do it as long as the weather and travel gods are there in his corner.
What does he do between the races to sort of refuel his body? Because I would imagine, obviously, there's a sprint to get to the airport, to fly, to land, to helicopter, to Concord, and get on the racetrack. Like, what is he doing between the races to prepare his body?
I'm sure he'll have a medical person with him if he needs an IV. He certainly take that between the 2 races. They'll have a small meal or so, at least some energy type either supplements or
Yeah.
food to for him to eat between. But he should be good. I mean, what's really going to help him is that this could be the coolest, as far as temperature wise, Indy 500 in about 20 years. It's going to be in the 60s. So that is going to really help him as far as his hydration and his energy level to go do the 600 miles in Charlotte.
He is the favorite for the Coke 600. He's the 9th best odds to win the Indy 500. If you could choose one to wager on, I mean, kind of a silly question when he's the favorite of one of them, but would it be to win the Coke 600 at plus 550?
I would go with his day job, which is the Coke 600, right? I mean, that's the one where he's won all his races, and that's the one where he's won his championship. The Indianapolis 500 is just his second time he's doing it, and quite frankly, the cars are tougher to drive this year than they were last year. They have a new engine system, a hybrid engine system that adds 100 pounds of weight to the rear of the car, and so the cars are a lot more difficult to handle, a lot more difficult to get the balance right, to go fast. He's starting 19th. Last year he started 5th. I just think this go around, I'm not saying he can't finish top 5, top 10, but I think it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a more difficult road.
Is there an underdog that you would like to back? I mean, how often do underdogs win these races? I guess first off, and is there one that that you would like to back?
I mean, underdogs do occasionally win these races. They do sometimes come down to fuel mileage.
Yeah.
Alexander Rossi, who's in this race, won it as a rookie in 2016, and he ran out of fuel on the backstretch. He never even he got to wave to all the fans on the backstretch because he was stopped. He couldn't keep going. But if I were to pick a and kind of underdog, I would go with the guy who has been, I want to say underdog all year, but Christian Lundgaard went from the Ray Hall Racing team to McLaren, and he's had just a great year, and several finishes in the top 3, just showing what he can do after this change in teams. And he brings a lot of confidence to the table. I mean, his numbers here aren't great, but he's with a strong organization, and if he's up near the front, I wouldn't doubt that he'd be able to get it done.
Robert Schwartzman is the first rookie to win the pole for the. I'm correct on this, right? The first rookie to win the pole since 1983, I believe. Is there a chance that he wins this thing, or just sort of first timers luck to win the pole, and that's the best we're going to get this weekend from him?
Well, I wouldn't call it luck to win the pole. Some people would say maybe being a little naive of what potentially could have happened, and not having hit the wall yet played a role in his ability to win the pole. But this isn't just him being a rookie here at Indianapolis. He has never raced on an oval in his entire life. He's a road racer from Europe, former F1 reserve driver. He knows how to handle a race car. He knows how to go fast, but he's never done 200 laps in a race. He's never driven on oval. He's never done, even like pit stops the way you do, I would say, kind of here at Indianapolis. Just the speed that you're taking, your speed that you're going before you hit pit road. So all of that is going to be new. I mean, it would be an incredible story if he won, but I would say he would definitely be a long shot to win this race.
You mentioned not hitting the wall, and I saw there was a crash that happened in qualifying where like a piece of the asphalt got like ripped up, like an actual like a big gash. How do they just come in with like asphalt and like pack it in there and then just like hope it dries fast? Like, how do they fix something? It wasn't just like a small, it was a legitimate like gash in the race. How quickly can they fix that to get qualifying back up and running?
Yeah, they fixed it about 15 minutes or so. It was, they do have like, a fill that you would like just put on the highway. I don't know whether it's like an epoxy or some sort of quick drying epoxy that they stick in there, and then they're able to they put a little, tar on top and heat it up and get it to settle quickly. But yes, they are prepared for that if it does happen during the race. Again, took them about 15 minutes. If it was a little bigger hole, it'd probably take them. We saw the Daytona 500 one year, right? For about 45 to 60 minutes to repair a hole in the track.
The video they had of that was like so close up too. It was so cool to see them to work on in real time. Helio Castroneves going for his fifth Indy 500 championship at 50 years old, 19th best odds here, plus 3,000. Would you throw a little sprinkle, a little pizza money on him to get this fifth championship?
Sure. I mean, he hasn't been all that happy with his car this month of May, but again, he's won it 4 times. He knows how to win. He knows how to manage the races. And, and everybody wants to see him climb the fence again, right? if he wins. So I would say his experience would be something that can help him. I think he would need a little bit of luck to win. He would need probably some of the other favorites to have issues, but I wouldn't count him out because he's got his 4 Indy 500 trophies, and he's got a Mirror Ball trophy as well from Dancing with the Stars back in the day. So if he needs to dance his way through the field, I guess he'd be one that you think can do it.
All right, Bob, it's showtime. Win, place, show for the Indy 500. What do you got for us?
I'm gonna go with Pato Award for win.
Okay.
That might be a little bit of the heart talking, but again, second in the last 3 years. He's come so close, and he's so relaxed. Even though this place, it amazes me how much he loves this place, considering it hasn't loved him back all that much. Second, I would go Scott McLaughlin, starting 10th. Yes, he will have a different strategist as part of all the Penske changes, but he will have a fast car here, and he's been fast all month. A grand car that he had been fast in is now trashed from a wreck, but I still think he will be good. And then show, I'm going to go with Álex Palou. You're the driver who has won 4 of the first 5 races, but he has never won on an oval, but he has been strong all month of May. He made the Fast 6. He's going to be good. I don't think he's going to win this one, but I think he'll be near the front.
Bear Bets full episodes drop twice a week right here on the Bear Bets YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe to stay ahead of the odds, and let's celebrate all of our wins together.